Hey everybody. Hi replay people. I heart all of the replay people. Peekaboo. I heart each of you as we give a moment for live people to join us. I'm on time today. Like even a minute early. It's good to see each of you with my spiritual eyes. So welcome to the Midday Moment. If it's your first time joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. The Midday Moment. It is the place where we expect great things, not because we ignore the questions of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we are both fully human and fully divine. And in our fully human selves, we got stuffs. We got stuffs, y'all. Out of the heart flows the issues of life. So in our human selves, we got issues, we got stuffs. In our fully divine selves, we've got the answers to the stuff. We've got the ointment, we've got the antibodies, the antibiotics, all of that, the salve. We got all of that in our divine selves. And so the midday moment is designed to help you tap into your divine. So when you tap into your divine, honey, you tap into your river. And we're not by ourselves. We are part of a larger network called Kingdom. And we've got the daily download with Dr. Pulley, prayer and praise with Elder Katrina Johnson Smith. So we invite you to participate in any of these menu options. All right, come on. It's time for the midday moment. Come on, folks. It's time for the midday moment. It's time for the midday moment. Oh, it's time. Yes, I'm expecting. Hey, everybody. I'm expecting great things. Oh, I'm expecting great things. Yes, I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things right here in the middle of the day, y'all. In my life, yeah, I'm expecting great things in my home. Oh, I'm expecting great things, yeah. All around, I'm expecting great things. Eyes may not see, but I choose to. How about this routine? I remember who is this, Prince? Eyes may not see. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You got to put on your spiritual eyes. Your natural eyes are restricted. They can only see natural manifestation, but your spiritual eyes can see beyond that. And that is what allows you and encourages us to yet believe in great things. All right, everybody, say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. And theme song says you are welcome. All right, so I play that song because it is really an anthem for me. It is a personal anthem. I fell in love the moment I heard it. It just seemed as if the river inside of me just like began to stir and motivate me and encourage me and lift me. And so every now and then I say thank you to Corinth Parker here in the Tampa Bay area, a former student of mine at Bethune-Cookman, and we reconnected here in the Tampa Bay area. She was our praise and worship leader for a moment there. So she introduced this song, and it's just been a personal anthem. I attempted to introduce some other stuff or give the midday moment a chance to do something different, but everybody said keep it. So we're rolling into, I believe, our third year just about with this song. All right. So anyways, that's Priscilla Hilliard, Great Things. I just decided to share a little bit in case somebody's new and they're like, why she keep saying it? Because it blesses me. All right, so we have been studying in the book. It's just that simple. It is based on the premise that for many of our faiths and many of the various faiths, including the Christian faith, we make it so easy to be invited into the faith, and then we make it complicated and difficult for a person to yet experience the journey of the faith. And so this is. Very unique to our version of Christianity called Kingdom. And it's based on three fundamental cornerstones, if you will. One, to experience this faith, it is essentially about embracing the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good that we often call God. And God is love. And so it is about embracing God as love, embracing the energy of love, the vibration of love as absolute, as king, as sovereign, and worshiping and exalting that absolute good, love. And number two, learning to love yourself as a manifestation of the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. I know y'all say, I don't feel like it's everywhere evenly present. I always say, this is my go to. I always say in Genesis 1 and 1, we have the picture of why we don't often see or feel like it's the everywhere evenly present spirit. Because when you are in the midst of the earth as being without form and void, that is the opportunity to speak, let there be light. The good is present, it just hasn't been ordered. Ooh, that preaches. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. The good is always present. It just has not always been ordered. We, as the manifestation of God on the earth, we order the good to be present. It is up to us to say, let there be light. And so when you do not sense the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good, it is up to us to order it in the universe, to order it. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done here on earth. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why we have been studying the keys in this whole year. We are focusing on the keys that unlock that manifestation of good, of God here on the earth. Wow. All right. And so number two is about then loving yourself as a manifestation of that good. And number three, sharing that good, sharing that love with everyone else. Sometimes we share our ugly side, our the side of us that needs to yet be ordered, the side of us that is that is void and without form. When you got a bad attitude. And very often we've given people that. But the more we embrace God as love and we learn to love ourselves as an extension and a manifestation of God, then we give better attitudes to other people. We can give kindness, we can give forgiveness, we can give long suffering. And that doesn't mean that we let people take advantage of us, but we give them the space to figure out their good, to believe in their good. All right. Whew. All right. So that was some recapping, y'all, because we've been in this for a minute. So that was some recapping, some massaging of the foundation of where we've been. All right. So today, a little bit more specifically, we are on page 28 because we spent a good part of the first several pages of the book in chapter 1 and chapter 2, chapter 1 and chapter 2, looking at various nuances of allowing us to embrace God, embrace love, embrace that everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. And in chapter 3, which is where we are now on page 28, in chapter 3, we've been massaging the middle part of this puzzle, which is to learn to love yourself. And so we've been talking about this different nuances of what it means to learn to love yourself. And so we've been feeding that to you. And we're in the middle of looking at the line, LINE. Now, you can go back in the book and get the acronyms for that. It's knowing your limitations, identifying your issues, knowing your needs, and knowing your expertise. And so, in the middle of that, we've been looking at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And so, we've been talking about your needs this week. Okay, we've been talking about your needs, and that at base you need your physio, phil, phys, phil. I can't even say it now. Let me see if I can find it in the book and I can pronounce it. I can't even say it. Physiological. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Physiological needs being met. That is important. And so we spent some time talking about that: food, shelter, um, and a sense of safety. So we talked about that. Yesterday, we talked about self esteem needs being met. And it's important that your basic needs are met in terms of your food and your shelter. And we talked about how Jesus was sensitive to that yes, he was offering healing, but he also fed them food, physical food. That is why we embrace and we celebrate the outreach programs that we have with many of our ministries, even as we partner with other faith based or nonprofit entities to help minister basic needs, food and shelter, and yet ministry to encourage people how to begin to manifest that in their lives. All right. So we spent some time talking about that. The next part of your needs being met has to do with self actualization. And that is where we are today. We're at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs: self actualization. Self actualization has to do with your purpose. After your needs are met and you feel good about yourself, self esteem, there is a sense of not being complete until you experience living out your purpose. And there are a number of people that they may eat every day, but feel so disheartened, so empty inside, full in the belly. You had your waffles, you had your grits or cream of wheat, I guess, depending on what part of the United States of America you in, okay, or other countries. You may have some other substances there, rice and so forth. So you've had that. You're physically full, and yet spiritually feeling like you're empty because you haven't tapped into purpose. And even as you've tapped into purpose, there are moments when you still feel like, oh, I'm not there today. And so it is important. You have a need. You have a need to experience a purpose filled life. Most of us, that when you experience notions of oppression, depression, suppression, compression, it is because you are hungry for purpose. Depression, oppression, you can have all of that while your belly is full. It signals your hunger for purpose. Okay? And so, let me just share a few lines in here because I love this. And then I'm going to give you my 3 Jones jewels, and then we're going to go and enjoy the rest of our day. Self actualization is rooted in your sense of wholeness. It is rooted in your sense of wholeness. It is not a substitute. It is not a substitute for meat. It is not a substitute for your basic needs. I just desire to just offer that real quick before I give you the Jones jewels, because there are some of us that we say, oh, I'm fulfilling my purpose. I'm fulfilling my purpose, but you're not taking care of your basic needs. You're not taking care of your family. You're not giving your family your TLC. You're not sharing in the basic needs of those that are dependent upon you, those that have been called to you. So fulfilling purpose is not a substitute for not going to the doctor and getting your checkups. It's not a substitute. That comes at the top of the pyramid. At the base of this pyramid are your, your basic needs, and then your self-esteem. All right. And now we're ready to embrace purpose. So there is an order here for you to observe. All right. I just desired to make that clear, kind of offer that, because some people, they say, oh, I'm about my purpose, but then you broke down, broke, busted, and disgusted, talking about you living a purposeful life, broke, busted, and disgusted, and everything around you is broke, busted, and disgusted. It's out of order. So we're offering you a better way. We're offering you a better way. All right, Jones Joel number one. You were born on purpose. You were born on purpose. Many of you have heard me say this in earlier midday moments because sometimes I use it as my introduction. Jones Joel number one. You were born on purpose. No matter how you got here, rape, incest, you don't even know. Because, some of these stories they done told us, years later we come to find out it ain't true. Sometimes you don't even know. You know your daddy, you don't know your daddy. You know your mama, you don't know your mama. Doesn't matter. You were born on purpose. Those that lived in the womb for a short period of time and didn't come through, they were conceived on purpose. There's still a message there. There's still a lesson and a blessing there to be discerned. Those of you that were conceived and then born into this earthly experience, you were born on purpose, no matter how you got here, no matter what was at play. You came through on purpose. Jones Joel number two. You were also born to overcome on purpose. And that is why
Incoming call.
Not anymore.
Call rejected.
And so you were not only born on purpose, but you were also born to overcome. You were also born to overcome on purpose. And so that's why we offer things like the midday moment, the daily download, the prayer and praise with Elder Katrina Johnson Smith. We offer all of these menu inspirations to encourage you, to equip you, to introduce you to different tools, to introduce you to the variations of spiritual practices so that you can utilize all of these tools to overcome so that you can continue to manifest, maintain, and multiply according to the portion that's been given to you and that's been ordained for you. You were born to overcome on purpose. And so we equip you, we offer these equipments to you so that you can use them intentionally to overcome on purpose. Yea, in all these things, you are more, yes, than conquerors. It's on purpose. It is designed for you to succeed. I know the plans that I have for you, the plans of good, not failure, but success. And so we do all of these variations of inspirations to encourage your success, to encourage your evolution, to encourage your upcoming and your overcoming. So you were born on purpose, Jones Joel number one, and you were born to overcome on purpose, number two. And number three, you were born to then live out your purpose. What is that thing? What is that thing? What are those experiences that just seem to trigger, that just seems to trigger your energy and overflowing of your energy, or as Dr. Pulley once said, that unlock your passion? What are those things that unlock your passion? Those people groups that unlock your passion, those situations that unlock your passion. All of those questions and answers are indicators of why you were born. And when you address that, when you give attention to that, I'm getting ready to conclude. I know we at 12:48. We 20 minutes in almost. When you address those questions, when you address those answers, you are addressing your purpose. That is ultimate fulfillment. That is self-actualization. When you address that, you are addressing who you are as a wayshower in the earth. You are addressing why you matter. When you ask those questions, why am I here? Why do I even matter? What unlocks your passion? Who unlocks your passion? What are the situations? What are the purposes? What are the questions? Who are the people that unlock your passion? That feeds your sense of purpose. All right, y'all, gotta go. I love y'all. I don't know about y'all, but this right here is blessing me. Okay. And if it is not too late to get a copy, because you can read this anytime, even when we're going on to the next reading and the next book, you can still read this. You come back to it any time of the day that you feel your soul calling out for what is love? What is love? How do I experience this faith? Right here. Okay, time to go, y'all. I love you. I bless you. And I'll be back with you next Monday. We're going to pick up. We're leaving off on page 28. So we'll pick up next Monday. And then we'll be ready to go on to the next portion of this in terms of what it means to experience God as the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. And knowing that when you don't see that good, when you don't feel that good, when you feel like the situation and the earth is without form and it is void and that darkness is covering it, then you have the capability to call forth that good. You have it. We have it, that we can call forth that good. And so we are embracing God as love, embracing this everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. And we are learning to love ourselves as a manifestation of the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. And we are learning to embrace and see each other and everyone else as a manifestation of the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. I love y'all. Gotta go. Blessings to each of you. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend. All right. God bless you. God be you.